Hello, my name's Julian Edgar and I'm the author of this book, Setting Up a Home Car Workshop. So anyone who loves working on their car at home, fabricating, modifying, maintenance, the whole lot. What I want to do in today's video is talk about a welding fume extractor that you can make really cheaply, that works really well if you can source one bit of equipment secondhand. Now what's that one bit of equipment? It's an old woodworking dust extractor. Now, these come up fairly often, I think because maybe people buy them thinking they'll need them and then find that when they're running the whole time they're using woodworking machinery, it's all a bit loud and noisy, and maybe it's just easier to use a dustpan and broom to sweep up the dust. So here's one I bought. You can see it's missing some of the bags, some of the dust collection bags, and so it was really cheap. And I've been looking around before I did this video, and they do pop up fairly often and at fairly low prices. So keep a permanent search running on eBay or whatever your local second-hand equipment market is. So what do you do with this, and why is it beneficial to use one of these rather than a more traditional dust extraction fan or fume extraction fan? Well, the advantage of these is they're really powerful, typically a couple of horsepower, and secondly, they're already organized so it's easy to connect flexible plumbing, pipes to the inlet and to the outlet, and that makes it really easy to actually organize as a welding fume extractor. So let's take a look at how I did it with this one in my own home workshop. Well, here you can see I welded up a steel frame. It needs to be fairly sturdy. You can see it down here. And then I mounted the big fan unit on rubber blocks. Now, to be honest, those rubber mounts don't seem to have done anything. It's still quite noisy, perhaps because it also vibrates the shed in which my home workshop is located. But you can also see it's easy to connect to flexible ducting, and it's easy to connect to large diameter pipe which will take those welding fumes outside. Now I've just used 150mm UPVC elbows and pipe bends and stuff of that sort. The flange is fabricated. It's all fairly easy to connect to, a lot easier than connecting to a really big diameter fan. Now, here's the outlet. It's just a sewer grill, I think. I just picked it up at the local plumbing supply place, and I wanted a grill over it to stop birds flying in and nesting inside the fan, which wouldn't be too good when you started the fan up, but any grill that allows plenty of airflow through would be absolutely fine. Now, don't just recirculate the air, get it right out of the workshop if you're trying to get rid of welding fumes, which can be quite toxic, quite poisonous, and that's any welding process. Now, here's a view of my workshop, and what I want you to take a look of, there's the fan mounted on its frame in the wall of the shed, and here is the flexible ducting, and I'll get to this long arm in a moment, but notice, and here's I've used a PVC pipe joiner, notice that I can have it lying right on my welding bench, and I've even put a bell mouth on the end to better improve flow that's going into that tube. Now, because you can put the end of the duct right where you're welding, you're not trying to evacuate the whole workshop, you're just trying to evacuate the air that's full of those poisonous fumes, and it works extremely well. Before I put this in, I'd be welding, that might be MIG welding, and I'd walk out of my workshop and come back in, and even with the big roller doors up, you know, on a nice sunny day, you could still see heaps of fumes hanging around in the air, all that particulate matter and that toxic gas. Now, when this is running, you don't see any of that. It's all just gone outside. Now, I showed you the big arm that actually holds that duct, and here's the actual mount for that arm. You can see I've used quite heavy duty plate and welded it all the way around. I've extended that U-shaped piece of steel, and then I've put a bolt. Notice I've used two nuts to allow that to be locked, and through the tube I've also welded a bush. So it's a very strong mount. And of course, if I go back to the previous shot, you can see there it is, there's the mount. You can see that the arm can be swung around. Now, sometimes I'm welding on my welding bench, sometimes I'm welding on the floor here, sometimes I'm welding on the bench that's behind where we're standing when we take this photo, and just by swinging this arm around, you can cover quite a large area of the workshop, and with this tube able to come down, as I say, it can be placed exactly where you want it, but you do want a really strong fabricated hinge. The leverage is quite enormous with the long length of arm. And when you're finished, you just tuck it up. I've got a little hook there, so I can just tuck up the end of the fume trap at the end of the hose, and it's sufficiently high that it's out of my way. I don't keep bumping into it, and of course, because it's on an arm, you can push it out the way as well. Works really, really effectively. The only downside is it is noisy. I run it only when I'm welding, and when I'm not welding, I switch it off. But of course, when you're welding, it's fine to have a large fan running. It's not like you're doing it, 12 hours a day or anything like that. It works so well. The book's called Setting Up a Home Car Workshop. Lots of tips and tricks from someone who does work with their hands in their own car workshop, doing welding, using a lathe, using a mill, doing some panel work, doing engine swaps, all that sort of thing. I hope you'll find a lot of interest in that book. Thank you.